today. Located inside Rider Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant.
Pick yourself up with Ride Rent a e-bike today and take advantage of the smartest and coolest way to get around. Rental starting for only $30 per hour and less than $100 EC per day. Zip through traffic, save money, and look awesome doing it. Check us out at the Esplanade Mall today. Visit us online at ridersebike.com or give us a call at 473-422-1011. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. Ride Rent a e-bike.
Yeah! Tuesday on the ride. As you come and go ahead and share up the thing. Right along live. At followers, everyone. Today, let's have a conversation now. You know, Tuesday is dedicated to you, the viewers, right? What's pissing you off? What's stuck in your craw, Jed? Eh? So today is all about you. Want to hear from you. Rhonda Spencer Thorne from Guyana. Thank you so much for sharing. Today, guys, we have Mr. Killa. And you know Mr. Killa is very opinionated, very powerful in his words, in his delivery. And he have a few things that he wants to speak to us about. Yes, Mr. Killa is here. Yeah. Share. Marva, thank you so much. Share. Let me share as well. Guys. We're trying to use up as much time as possible, because we don't have the whole evening with Mr. Killa. But I want to make sure that when I bring in Mr. Killa, or you could give him a nice ride along welcome. Right, nice. We ain't gonna bring Mr. Killa here and give him no kind of baby views kind of thing, right? Nice. Let me put this here. All right, okay. Add followers. Good to go. Yo. Oh boy. Let me tell you, so we're going through a little heat wave, right? Hey puppy. We're going through a little heat wave. And so my door is open because I don't want to put on the AC. Hey, come on. Hey, go ahead. Gosh, I don't know who. It's not even my dog. The dog walked right into the studio because I had the door open because it's hot. You gotta love them. The neighbor dog, Lord of his mercy. All right, guys, so it's funny. The dog walked straight into the studio like he belonged here, Jed. Lord. And he started up there watching me, Hi, Jane Chateau, how you doing? All right, so let's go straight in, guys, because we don't have a lot of time. And it's me, you, and the dog today. Let's go right inside, guys, and let's welcome Mr. Killa, because it's what's pissing me off. Mr. Killa, how you doing, my friend? Hold on, unmute, Mr. Killa. Yes, you there?
Yes, you hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear. Killa, you see?
Blessed love.
The dog walked right into the studio, and he sit down there.
Yeah, that company, man. Company.
It's not even my dog.
Yeah, company.
How you doing, Killa?
Well, I personally doing fine,
Yeah.
Life, have strength, trying to keep the focus. I definitely, hurting a little bit deep inside for my people. I stay I with them, thick and thin, So I'm taking some spray. Your mosquito bad in the place, though.
Well, I tell you, a lot of things pissing both of us off. The dog is still there. He's not pissing me off. He's not making any noise. He's enjoying the show. He probably heard that we have Mr. Killa on, and he decided to come to us. And funny enough, mosquitoes start to come inside too. So everything is inside.
But besides that, everything is okay. But you know that is life. You will have the ups, you will have the downs, you will have the questions, and then sometimes you do find the answers for them. You know, what I mean, that's life on a whole, George. But Grenada right now is is in a state when come to dealing with the hurricane and dealing with Carriacou and Peter Martinic.
Yes.
Uh, and there is so much talk, back and forth, the arguments, the hearsay, they say, I prefer,
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But in the midst of that, I've been trying my best to kind of stay focused on what the real mission should be in
Right.
this stuff,
Yeah.
which is helping our brothers and our sisters out there in Carriacou and Petit Martinic and in the areas in Grenada that has been damaged. There were some places in Grenada that also been damaged. You know, um, but I choose to kind of go to Carriacou.
Hmm.
And when I reached in Carriacou, I literally got stuck there just doing all that I can. Um, Send some of my friends up to PM, to see what's happening there. Put hands on the ground, donate how we can donate. We still have things coming in, for Carriacou and PT Martinic. Um, we have friends who raised like close to $500,000.
Wow.
I want to big up Dr. Christopher Ashby also, truckload of water and food stuff and things like that. Directly on the ground, doing it ourselves, doing it themselves, and making sure that they reach some people that yesterday I actually reached some families
Hmm.
in the back of Carriacou in a place called, that's the first time I went there, PT Caranage. I never even knew that there was a place existing by the name PT Caranage.
I haven't been there.
Yeah, PT Caranage is in the back, I guess as much windward side.
Okay.
Um, PT Caranage, and there were some families in the inside, in the interior, that did not receive food up until yesterday. They've said that they did receive some water from somebody, 2 cases of water,
Right.
one of the person, but no food. Um, I wish I could have shared a picture with you, with some little pieces of pork
Hmm.
that he stuck on some BRC to dry
Mm.
on that since after the hurricane, and have that drying in the sun to survive down in the back, because some of the roads was really bad too.
Hmm.
And that's why me and the team went on the ground and literally pulled the chainsaws. We chose to do that because we deliver food, and one day deliver we still had food on the truck while we roll in with the chainsaws. And I mean, and if we meet roads that are blocked or people walking, we will just literally go out and help and do all that we can. But this evening, I want to have a little more conversation
Hmm.
about our functionality as a people, here, George. So
Yes.
this conversation, I wanted to actually go a little bit different than me just saying. So I would like, the questions to come in early in the conversation, so then
Right.
I can actually share my views about them, because there is so much, angles. I think I will leave this one up to you and the people on the live,
Right.
to kind of come in and ask that question, and then I will, you know,
Right. Okay. So
say
let
what
me
I
let me
think.
let me ask you about you going into Carriacou and you being on the ground. A lot of people haven't been foot on the soil. Your first impression after you stepped out of the boat and you were able to see Carriacou, because you've been there before. You're always in Carriacou. What was your thoughts? Was it as bad as we see it, or was it worse than you expected it to be?
The pictures and the videos cannot justify what Carrico looks like.
Mm.
Cannot, because when I saw the pictures, I saw the videos and stuff like that. Yes, you would see house smash down and scatter and stuff like that. George, this hurricane literally ring out the top of almost each and every single tree that there is on the island. I have not seen a tree with a leaf. I
Wow.
have not seen a tree with a leaf on it. I'm talking about big trees, monstrous trees. It doesn't matter what size. Um, there is this young lady that literally cannot even find her house, a piece of it. completely. We watch at a wall house and the wall step gone. We watch at a wall house on that is built on a cliff. The wind take it and lean it back to the cliff. I'm talking about the entire house, pillars, everything bending. So Carriacou got lashed really hard. You know, people trying to compare it together with Ivan and things like that. Ivan was a terrible one, and this one is a terrible one. I don't know how to compare them. You know what I mean? But I would say that this is devastation at its extreme.
Wow.
The pictures cannot justify.
Yeah. You know, I spoke to someone in Carriacou today. In fact, Kim the King, I spoke to him. He's doing well. I mean, his top of his building blew out. And his store got, wet and all that stuff. What he's doing, he's in good spirit. He said they clocked something at about 185 miles per hour. I spoke to someone else that said that this was no way a category 4. This was more like a high category 5.
That's what it looks like actually on the ground.
Yeah.
It looks like that on the ground, George. I am telling you, this hurricane literally blew in concrete walls, threw down the walls of the park and stuff like that. Blew down concrete walls. It was when I drove up to help clear some roads on the top, cut some trees. And when I stood on top of that hill and I looked down at the town, my blood run. You know, the first day when I got there, I went to look for my big sister, my elder sister. My eldest sister actually lives in Carriacou.
Uh-huh.
You know, I when I see what the place looked like, I hugged her, and tears, came from my eye. And inside, I felt that happy feeling that she's okay, because when you look at the ground, George, it feel like everybody could have dead. That's how dread it looks.
Don't.
I'm walking through the marina, and
Uh-huh.
I saw where the wind took big catamarans. I'm talking about yachts, big yachts,
Uh-huh.
and just hold it and flip it upside down. When you look at a boat like the Dolly Sea, that the wind together with wave take the Dolly Sea and bang it against the cliff, almost wanting to flip it. You realize that it was nothing simple, that Carriacou have to deal that Carriacou got, and nothing simple that they have to deal with right now.
Yeah. A 40-foot container was responsible for totally mashing up, another way to put it, the Dover Government School. Moments
Yes,
before that, it had, because that was a shelter. Moments before that, people was in there. The 40-foot container crashed that school. Moments after they escaped from there.
brother, as I tell you, this wasn't anything normal to deal with. When you look at it, I see containers on the ground twist up.
Yeah.
I see boats split in half. And as I tell you, now you have hurricane, and hurricane does break trees and stuff like that. But those trees was not just broken. The top of every tree was ring out. It almost looked like you could see the ring, like when somebody hold it and ring it out.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? So it looks like 100 tornadoes at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Passing over Carriacou. So Carriacou is devastated. Carriacou is devastated, and I think in the midst of the devastation, we had.
All right, we just lost Mr. Killa there. He'll be back. He'll be back. Okay, you're back.
Let me know if you're still. Let
Yeah.
me know if you're still hearing me.
Yeah, you hearing me? Are you hearing me? All right. Mr. Killa, are you hearing me? All right, Killa, we'll have to go back out and come back in. We're chatting live here with Mr. Killa, and he was in Carriacou. He went there. Not just a sightseeing, but Mr. Killa brought his chainsaw and a whole bunch of friends, and they was cutting through because there are so many trees that blocking roads, and people can't. I mean, people are trapped. A lot of people were trapped. So he went there to assist in clearing the road with boots and all kind of things. So he's speaking about his experience. And he also has some recommendation that we will speak about later in terms of the progress and going forward. Mr. Killa, you're back with us. You hearing me?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool. Nice. Yes. So yes, you were saying that how it bend the trees, it literally took it.
It didn't bend the trees. It ripped the top of the trees off. It just rip everything from the trees, wring out the top of the trees and stuff. So when you stand above and you look at, there is not a tree with a branch with any leaves and stuff like that. You know, the houses are devastated, but so the people who did not get much damage and stuff like that, have to thank God, because most of the house are devastated, whether it's wall house, whether it's board house. That wind had no respect for nothing.
Yes, 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 yes. So how is your sister?
She's fine. She's in good spirit. Her house is mainly half of the roof that got damaged and stuff like that, and all the galvanized and half of the roof went, but there was still half. So she had to kind of run sheltering water here and there, back and forth, and things like that in the house. But most of all, there was walls around her. You know, in the middle of the hurricane, she tell me that it bust open the back door, take the back door and gone with it. So luckily that she was not in that part of the wind. You know what I mean? Then the wind take the stove, take the fridge, everything, and just bust through the front door and literally suck the front door out of the house. You know what I mean? And and things like that. It was definitely an experience for Carriacou.
Why you think about? I hear you say luckily, and I said luckily, and everybody's saying luckily. But do you realize there's a lot of instances where things could have been really, really, really worse, 100 times worse than what it is? One, the hurricane was first estimated to come in the nighttime. If this had happened in the night, right, under the darkness, just imagine, right? Two, everyone escaped luckily because they did this right, they did that right, just in the nick of time. The Dover Government School, for example, they got out of the school right before the container mashed up the school. Yes,
I
sister.
think I think most of the people that got any damage or so or passed, I cannot speak for everybody, but as I say in the video that I posted right before the hurricane, I said most of the times for something to really happen to people in the time of a disaster is when you don't follow, the protocols, when you don't follow the regulations, the rules, or the advice, about the disaster. Um, but if you pay attention to the advice inside of a hurricane, most likely and most of the times you will then survive it. You will find yourself in a shelter. You would look at your house. Sometimes even if you love your house, you would then realize or say to yourself, you know what, I don't think this would make it. But sometimes people, they underestimate the power of nature sometimes,
Yeah.
and we would make our head hard here and there. But I would say that God have spoken even in this devastation
Mhm.
for Carriacou and Petit Martinique and Grenada on a whole. Because I am also saying, what if this hurricane mash up Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique like this at the same time? What
Ooh.
would have happened? How we would have actually helped each other in this process. So Grenada, I was able to come home and be okay together with a lot of other people, parking boats, parking stuff, looking to just run underground and help as best as we can, because we had the ability to do that because our homes were still safe.
Yeah.
We were okay. So, thank God that the hurricane really and truly did not damage all of us here in this beautiful tri-island state of the Spice Island, because I don't know how we would have dealt with that one.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, I know you have a whole lot to say, right? But I'm filling my questions now, so then you could say what you have to say. Um,
Yes.
in terms of the recovery process, right? You've been there. You see how Nagma is going through the process. You understand. You see how with the whole project of getting people refreshment, food, water, whatever. Do you think that the system is working to get to the maximum amount of people based on your observation while on the island?
I would think by now, I would think by now the strategy might be better.
Right.
You know, most of the people on the island now, I'm sure, is reached in some way, not just by NADMA alone, but by private organizations. People doing their thing, people trying to reach their family on their own. It's a together effort, and that is why in the beginning of this, I was really upset when I saw the first application. No, I don't want to come here and sound like I am listening to what somebody else is saying and trying to say, oh, well, they shouldn't do that. I went on the ground to see and to understand the application.
Mhm.
Now, when you have a disaster, a hurricane, you
Right.
say disaster management. The first thing is awareness. After awareness is to actually go into preparation, right? You go into preparation, then you have a disaster. In the midst of disaster, you need safety and then security. You
Right.
have safety and security. After that, the hurricane has passed, then you need aid.
Right.
You need help immediately.
Yes.
Response, right? So
Uh,
that is why you say you go into the act of response. Now, in response, when you need help internally and you need help externally.
right.
The closest help is internally.
Yes.
So you draw for the hands on the ground that can help you immediately. You see?
Hmm.
Now, on the ground, there is foundations. I have a non-profit organization that has proven itself over and over the couple of years. During the pandemic, is 300 and something families we went out to. I was saying 265 until I go back and check the other day, and one of my workers in the office said, "You crazy? Look at the number, and it's 300 and something families we went out and feed." Now, I, as a foundation, if I have any groceries or any products or anything like that or any aid, I would love
All right. We lost.
and do that.
You back? You back? You hear me?
I
Are you hear me? All right. So when someone called him, that's what happened. We have a lot to discuss, guys. We have a lot to discuss. Continue to share the program, guys. Continue to share the program. It's Tuesday. What's pissing you off? And I want to hear from some of you guys as well, right? We want to know what's pissing you off because we're also going to talk about a topic, a very topical issue. Everyone is chiming in on it, and it's about Spice Mass. But we're gonna get to that. All right, we're gonna get to that. So in the meantime, guys, everybody share the program, share the program, share the program. Yes, Killer, you're back.
Yeah, Judge. Sorry. Sometimes you're on the program, and some people will still pick up the phone and try to call you.
Yeah, I know. They want to say hi.
Yeah. So what I was saying is this: if I, as a foundation, have any goods, any aid, or anything to help or to give away, say
Right.
I have 1,000 bottled water,
Uh
right?
huh.
I have 300 cases of water. Now, that water, I am excited. I want to give it away. I can't wait to go out there to help,
Right.
right? Why would an organization in the midst of a hurricane,
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of desperation, want me to give them my goods that I have to give away? How does that work? When really and truly, no, I would not blame. This is not just about NADMA.
Uh
This
huh.
is about the people who are making the decision. You
Right.
see? And sometimes people who makes the decision is only one person, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the times, who has not think this through. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the times they make decisions and they make decisions on just what they feel,
Right.
what they think, or how they see the process. Sometimes they themselves not even might be on the ground. I don't know.
Right.
But when you make a decision like that, you are also refusing help. Because what's supposed to happen in a response like that? You call up all the organizations, all the private sector businesses that you think can help or have
Mm-hmm.
a means of helping. And then you say, here what happening now? I have this group. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 group. Junior George have a foundation. Mr. Killa has a foundation. No, Killa, tell me what you have. I say, all right, I have 1,000 bottled waters. I have 1,000 bottled water, and I have a truckload of food. Right? They say, okay. So then here what happening? We hear that people in the east has nothing as yet. Can you help us provide, you understand, thing? Give us an account of how much families you go with. You could also send a NADMA representative with us.
Right.
That's fine. Because really and truly, NADMA have some volunteers who come underground and really want to help, really want to work. This is not about the workers. I hear people cussing the workers of NADMA and this and that. They're doing their job. You understand? You have to then talk to the decision makers, the people on top who is making the decision. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have those people that wants to help, that is capable in helping, you have the foundations, you have different people on the ground. You see, link up with them and say, give me an account of what you have done. Where you have been, blah 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 blah. Where is your trucks? Where is your vehicle? Do you have this? What you have? A boat? And then we come together and we help. Because in response, you need all the help that you need.
Right.
You
But
understand? You need all the help that you can get.
stick up in there with the response, right? Shouldn't the response be coordinated so you don't have a redundancy of the same thing? Like for instance, if it's coordinated by NAGMA and the assistants come into NAGMA and NAGMA with their volunteers and people there dispersed so they know what go where, who got what, and everything comes centrally to them.
All right. So then I ask this: how much workers does NADMA have?
Right. Maybe they
How,
need
how,
more,
how,
more, most, more,
how much? How
more.
much? How much? Yeah. At that time, how much vehicles NADMA have on the ground?
They
How
need more.
much workers does NADMA have?
They
And
need.
some of the workers are volunteers. Some of them is not like professional in the field.
Right.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Some of them are literally volunteers who just wants to help. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that when I go yesterday, when the hurricane passed, and yesterday I went with my truck
Uh-huh.
and dropped food for people who did not receive food as yet.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And I went back to the station. You could call the police station. I went back to the station and I reported. I told Mr. Nelson, I said, Chief, here what happened? And I just come out by some people up in that section. You understand? And then he said, okay, cool. I'll reach out to NADMA and tell them. So understand what I'm saying. Now I understand coordination. And that is
Right.
why I also say if coordination does not only deal with your team, I can coordinate 15 teams that can work. You find the leader of an organization and you coordinate with them. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? You coordinate with them. You see? And that is also coordination. So when you coordinate with the leader of an organization, the leader of an organization now have 20 other workers. You see? And then that leader could turn and say, here what happening? Okay, so we're going in the east. And then you can take a volunteer that can go with the foundation, you understand?
Right.
And take all the records of what is happening while people are being fed.
Right.
But if I had to bring you all my goods, you have to sit down and do a record of all my goods
Right.
while somebody is hungry.
Right. Okay. So here's how I understand the coordination, right? And let me know if that's how you understand it. So Nagma in Grenada receive all the goods. All the goods comes in to Nagma Grenada. Nagma Grenada sorts the goods out and basically put it in package it, right? Coordinate that.
Yeah.
Nagma Grenada has more volunteers than Carriacou because, of course, people in Carriacou, they're tired. You don't want to put them to that sorting out things up there. So let that be done in Grenada. So when you reach to Carriacou, it's already sorted. It's already, all you need to do now is just take and go, transport.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
That's not it. That's definitely not it. When you reach the Carriacou and you stand up on the port, you have crates of water coming in. You
Right.
have crates of toilet paper coming in.
Uh-huh.
All of that is getting sorted and put into bags. If you go back and you look at the post and stuff like that, you would realize, I think it's about 3 days ago, is
Uh-huh.
when NADMA had all the green bags to give out, and that happened almost in the night.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying,
Uh-huh.
when that was posted, because they have to sort out. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, there was people on the port, and I will speak freely about this, and I don't care who feel what. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying, Josh? Because at the end of the day, when we go through things like Ivan and things like that, we're supposed to have an application that is big, a response that is quick. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Uh,
Especially when you have people on the ground who's willing to help.
mm-hmm.
So speaking about this, I'm not speaking about what somebody say, what somebody think. Or I'm telling you what I stand up and I watch. I go on the ground and I stand up and I watch. And I also, as a foundation, I have things coming in. And you telling me to take what I have and give to you. When I take what I have and then I just standing up and wait on you, what am I doing with my hands that I want to help with?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? What am I doing with my hands? When I just take my all my goods and give to you, and I watching at you putting it down under a tent, and then you have volunteers who come in and try to sort it out. Not just that, in the midst of that, and I will speak about that because I watching at it happen, where people are parking things just for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so all the volunteers that you have in between, you will have the one and the two bad seats. There was a girl on the port and a guy I meet there from time, and I watch them work hard, sweat, blood, tears, up and down. 40-foot containers upon 40-foot containers coming in from boats from Trinidad and different places. So
Right.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. All of that goods, the NADMA couple volunteers has to deal with all of that.
Mm-hmm.
They have to deal with all of that. So while I am on the road and people call in and say, hey, I have nothing, I have this, I have that, they have to take the time and try to sort out and to coordinate all of that.
Right.
There is coordination that can be like this, and there's coordination that can be like that. So
Right.
it's not about coordination. It's about application. You
Right.
understand? Of your
Mm-hmm.
coordination.
Right.
What are you coordinating? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now there was people that wanted to send things for their family that I have to talk to and say, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when that was applied, you realize what happened. Now,
Mm-hmm.
people from Carriacou started to travel down to Grenada to
Right.
try to collect things for themselves from their family and go back up. You
Uh-huh.
see? And
Uh,
then I stand up on the port and I hear people cussing, oh, all these people coming and doing Carriacou. What they coming here for? Stop the people from going in Carriacou. Da, 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 da. Really and truly, a lot of the people who come on the boat went back down the evening because
right.
they come and drop things for themselves. And that happened because of the application that you had. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So there were some people who said, I ain't sending nothing again. And they refused to send stuff for their family.
Well, that's not the right approach. Why you go for refuse? Because Killer.
Because listen, what I'm saying is this: they refuse because at the time they thinking that they have to give it to Nadma and not their family.
Okay, but that was a misunderstanding as far as I understand, right? Now, as far as my understanding again, in terms of the amount of people coming into Carriacou, I believe that they should regulate the amount of people that come into Carriacou. I'll tell you why. One, because they already have limited resources in Carriacou, right? They are limited water, they are limited food, they are limited everything. If we have a surplus of people coming in, they would basically be using the water, and it's human being, they have to drink water, they have to eat food, right? So my understanding is if you limit the quantity of people that comes into Carriacou, then at least you have more access to things for the people who on the island who really needs it.
So I will tell you this. Let's do a quick calculation, really and truly.
Uh-huh.
The people who live Grenada, I think each and every one of them,
Uh-huh.
if not, then it will be 99.9% of the people who left to go to Carriacou left to bring stuff to Carriacou. I
Right.
don't think they went up empty-handed.
True.
You see?
I don't believe
I don't think they went up empty-handed at all. Each and every person I watch it come off of the boat is bags, they have water, who bring in this, and they come to bring stuff for their family.
yeah.
Now, think about it, George. How much Grenadians going to go to Carriacou when there is no living space, no water to bathe, no food, no restaurant, no current? Where they stay?
Mm-hmm.
You
True.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So the couple people who went up is a quick calculation. You see what I'm saying? It's a quick calculation. You have to kind of see what's happening and really pay attention to what is happening. I understand that you want to regulate.
Mm-hmm.
But in a time of disaster, you have to understand the concerns of the people. Really and truly, none of the people. I went to Carriacou and
Mm-hmm.
I had to camp. I camp out. But when
Right.
I camp out, I bring real food. You
Right.
see, I bring real things. After the first couple of days, I realized that we will have to go into the interior and stuff like that and really help out. I brought up my van. I brought my truck up. You see, so I could have access. I bring up my chainsaws, I bring up my generator, I bring up all of those things. So you have to have that kind of, you have to flex with it. You have to
Right.
maybe question people. How long are you staying? Whatever it is. What is the purpose of travel? Whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
You would have, you might have 5 or 10 people that might lie to you,
Mm-hmm.
but at least, you know what I mean, you understand what is happening with the people at the moment.
Right.
You see, and as I said, it's because of the application with people thinking that I cannot do this and I cannot do that. You realize from that decision was made, the boat was filled the next day, full up.
Right. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
we have to look at things and we have to understand the concern of the people. We are all one. We're supposed to be able to function as a nation together.
Right.
And in the time of disaster, there is people who wants to help. You
Right.
find the people who can help with things. Because listen, if I, as I say, the foundation,
Mm-hmm.
have 10 cases of water, I
Right.
wouldn't take my water. Why am I taking it? And as a foundation, it is my job to give. I've been given. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So when you have people with non-profit organizations and those kind of things like that who is experiencing giving food and have I've done research and stuff like that when it come to communities and where and you know what I mean and how to deliver and to deal with communities. People went through that process. We have to go through the government to
Mm-hmm.
have an organization like that, and those organizations are registered. You understand what I'm saying? For a reason. So all I am saying is, in a time like that, we're not supposed to refuse help. We're supposed to have a better coordination, a bigger coordination, a more mass application than an individual application. You understand? To respond to things like that. And it would be bigger, it would be quicker, it will be a massive approach. You
Right.
understand? To relieving. So but I think it's a learning process.
Right.
I
Yes.
think it's a learning process.
I believe so. And even the Minister of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, the MP there, Kevin Andrew, said that, they would agree that, it got better over time. And I think that's what you want. If the application was still the same as it was day one or day zero, then I'll come here and say, well, they ain't doing nothing at all. They're doing BS.
No, because literally, I will tell you this that NADMA could not do it for themselves.
Right. No,
As
they
I
keep,
tell you, there was people I still have to go and drop food for who did not have food. So what I'm saying is that if I did not drop food for them, do I know what time they would have got food, or would they had food that day? Then
right.
they have family and children in the back there. And then somebody, when you make the statement, somebody go say, "Oh, but they stick up in the back there. Why they don't come down? How they coming down? With what transport? They can't mash up."
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
just that alone. A man afraid to leave his wife and his 3 daughters in the back there by themselves.
Yeah. True. True. Yeah,
You,
true.
you understand what I'm saying? So people that just talk without calculating, and I happy that God give me some talent. And I was perform on stage and I could perform in my brain. That's one thing I could perform here. You see? So sometimes you have to see situations from root and not just in the middle of conversation and situation and who say this and this say that and things like that. It's about application. And we as a people, I realize some of us we function with pride and a lot of ego. So when we make mistakes and we make decisions sometimes that are not the best decision, we just be afraid to pull back on
Right.
it. You
Right.
understand? We're
Yeah.
afraid to pull back on it, so we stand by it, even if we know that the application is shit.
Right.
Excuse my words. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if we know that the application is not the best, we know that the application is not, you know what I mean? It is not a big application enough for the situation. We're afraid to pull back on it and say, here what? Guys, I realize that this application would not work. Let's try this. And it's simply because of pride. It's
Right.
simply because of ego. You see? And I come to realize something, George, and I will say this. And I want to say this to Grenada and the people and the whole. And I realize that. I realize a lot of people does not engage with me. You know why? People don't like when you're smart. People don't like when you are intelligent. People don't like when you have sense. I realize a lot of the times people in position, they don't engage with you simply because you have sense. You see? They don't engage with you. They lock you out of a lot of things because what happened in this? When you sit down and you have some calculation that is way deeper. And I may speak about it when come down because let me tell you this. In the time of disaster, there is some people that is happy for it. You
Yeah.
see?
Yes.
The medical fraternity, happy. Are they happy when you're sick? Does the medical fraternity need me and you to be sick? Huh? Does
Well,
the doctors need me and you to be sick?
well, if you look at it from that perspective, um,
I'm just saying.
uh,
Do they need me and you to be sick? Now, does Lacqua make any money if nobody do that?
Killa, don't go there, don't go there.
No, I'm just saying. No. Listen where I'm going. I want you to listen to me for a minute.
Uh,
Does does the restaurant make any money if me and you not hungry?
right.
You see? No. In the midst, there is also some people in the midst of disaster, they get rich. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
And there is some applications that you can see, that you can read, because I know how it works. You
Uh-huh.
see? Because there have to be calculations for everything. And then when you are calculating stuff that I did not purchase or you did not purchase, then what happens to, you know, the other calculations? Now, Judge, I am just saying,
Uh-huh.
don't listen. When you're doing things, you have to do things from heart. And
Right.
that is why I go on the ground. You understand what I'm saying? Because I is one little boy that I have heart, Judge.
Yeah.
You see? And yet some people just play with that heart. Grenadians is some people who are loving. No matter how we may cuss and we might this and we that we neighbor, we are a loving people.
True.
We are a warm people. That's why Grenada still safe. You see?
Yes.
We have love, Judge. And you have people who always want to play with love. And it's time for us as Grenadians to make sure that people stop playing with love, playing with safety, you see, and playing with a beautiful little country. I personally tired of that.
Yes.
You see?
I agree.
And people does reach in some position. And because of a position or they feel that they have a title, they think that they're more than everybody. They feel they stand above everybody. But I will say this, George. Going forward, from things I am now feeling and seeing and understanding, that sometimes people don't speak to you, or they don't engage with you, or they would wish that you're not involved in certain things simply because they have sense. I come to realize that as a people, you have to learn to fight differently. You see? Sometimes you have to just fight differently. And I think at this point, I make up my mind.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? For anything, for anybody, for any who, Mr. This, Mr. That, you understand? I will fight for my people, my little Grenada, with everything that I have.
Right.
That is a promise I'm willing to make this evening because time for us to stop this stupidness. You understand? We have to look for we people with heart. And I think in our government at this moment, there is people in position who wants things to be done,
Right.
who has great intention. Because I don't want to make this about politics. I want to make this individually.
Right.
People in individual position that sometimes does actually put the government through some more stress than they're supposed to have and cause the government certain types of failure simply because they are selfish and what they see is them and not us. You see, whether it's NDC, whether it's NNP, whether it's yellow, whether it's green, for me, I ice green and gold. You see? So a lot of people will try to take this conversation and turn it into politics. I myself fed up with politics. You see? I'm tired with it. Politics does nothing for me. Nothing, George. Nothing. Not one thing. You see? Because I don't see politicians, I doesn't hear them. And as I say, most of the times people don't engage with me. You see? So what I am saying, this is not about the government only. This is about sometimes people, even in companies and private sector,
Mm.
that make selfish decisions, even in the time of disaster,
Yeah.
because it will benefit them in the end.
That we know. Everybody look for opportunity, right? People look for the opportunity. Sometimes it's very selfish opportunity. They don't think of the next person. They don't think of the next man. They don't think about the suffering. They think about the pocket.
They do think about their pocket. Judge, for this thing that happened in Carriacou, I literally, I canceled my releases of my music. I canceled shows and stuff like that just to go to Carriacou.
Right.
Right? And I, in the midst of all of that, I am asking and I watching at certain things happening and I asking myself, really? People using this just as an opportunity just to get a post or to look good or to make you feel like they're really doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And some of them, as you say, they're in Carriacou, they come, they walk around, they think they watch, and that is it.
Mm-hmm. True.
You see what I'm saying? That judge, God is a good God. I say, yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that he gave us this beautiful little nation, that he gave us a place of tranquility, a place of love, you know, a little piece of paradise.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And it's time for us to make some decisions where we become more self efficient
Mm-hmm.
as a nation. You see? We need to be able to take care of ourselves. And if we prepare in the right way, we will be able to defend ourselves in many different types of battle. You see? And that is all I am saying. When you're looking at things and you know how to fix it, and you might have the greatest idea, I will tell you this. A little old woman down the road, when you pass it every single day that you pay no attention to,
Mm-hmm.
in a little boathouse, might wake up in the morning with the vision that can save your entire country, you know? But
Yeah.
because you Mr. This or you Mr. That, you would not take the advice from her,
Right.
and the country will perish
Right.
because you don't take the message that God sent you with his workers.
Let's come down a little bit more, Killer, because you does your let me tell you your whole vision of things is up here. That's is up here, is up there, up this too. I want to come down a little bit. I want to come down a little bit, right? Based on what we've seen here, give me some of your recommendation. Give me some of your advice that the people from Nagma, the MP in Carriacou, the government, the people could do to make the thing work better from your perspective. From your
First and foremost, I would say when you're looking, as I say, when there is a disaster, there is after the disaster there is response, and that response is within security, from safety, and automatically rebuilding. You have to deal with from health. You have to deal with even mental problems will start happening soon, right? So when there is a disaster, the first thing in your response is to do what you can do for yourself
Mhm.
and ask for help.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You ask for help. So NADMA, as an association, as an association in charge of natural disaster response, should have a list of all the foundations there is in Grenada, not just in Grenada, also in nearby countries,
Yeah.
the St. Vincent, the Barbados, the wherever it is. All of those foundation and what they are specializing. You see? Now, when that hurricane is coming, even within your preparation, you know, like a week before, you have weather building up and stuff like that. You supposed to automatically send out your messages and stuff like that. Guys, there is something coming in. So here what happening now. You have 1,000,000 soldiers ready.
Yeah, but in Beryl's case, this is first time in history that we had a June July hurricane, especially that strong, and in addition,
Judge, let
it
me ask you
developed
a question.
in 2 days.
No mean to cut you, but let me ask you a question.
Uh,
If you have the data It doesn't matter when the hurricane comes.
Okay.
Because you, as that organization, if that is your job, you're automatically supposed to be prepared. Which carpenter does go to work without his hammer?
Okay.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
If I is a carpenter, I know I need a hammer, I know I need a saw, and I know I need nail.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, whatever organization that you are, you're supposed to be prepared for the job that you have to get done.
Got you. Got
Right? And in that job, response is part of your job.
right.
Having quick analysis of the situation and having the information and data how to respond to the situation. Not in an individual application, but in a mass application, because you're talking about what about if this was over Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimat?
Yeah. True.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So what I am saying is this: I don't have a problem with NADMA because the workers in NADMA, I have no problem with them.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the workers in NADMA working hard is who is making that decision. You understand what I'm saying? Is who makes that decision about you as a foundation or anybody at all have to make sure that all that they have to give it to NADMA as one organization to deal with the entire response to the hurricane. You understand what I'm saying? And I see where I still have to go underground and other people has to go underground and help. You understand? What about if all of us they just follow that rule?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen to the family that I have to give food? What would happen to the families that Dr. Christopher and them had to give food?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen to people that on the ground and they themselves, I mean, I see boats upon boats. Jonathan, the people who own Spiceland Mall, they send up tons of stuff also, and they come on the ground. You see what I'm saying? Come on the ground and help. So what I am saying is this: those people literally broke the rules.
Right.
We broke the rules.
Right.
You see, I am a law-abiding citizen. I don't dare to break rules. But in a time like that, what kind of rule is that? Does that make sense? You see, so I understand what maybe somebody tried to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope that in the midst of that, that those people are not trying to look out for themselves, because that could give you a whole different calculation, a breakdown that you will ball in the end of this. You understand what I'm saying? That if I give that calculation, if I give that kind of thing as an organization, I know what I can do in the end of this response. So I hope somebody in the midst of that is not just looking at themselves after this time pass. I just really and truly hope so.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I am just saying, for my advice is that in a time like this, you're supposed to have data of all the people, organizations that can help.
Right.
You bring them in and you can place one of your workers inside of all of those organizations to keep data. You send them with us. We can go on the road. We can help. So all we are asking is to help. We don't need to touch the goods that you have. We have our own things. So we can give you an account of what we have, how much bags we have packed, what we did in the bags, and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? Or you can give us an advice. You can guide us through this process. We just asking to help.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you refuse that?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, in Carriacou, if we pass out food and water, we have to think about health. There
Mm-hmm.
are already supposed to be videos passing around. I haven't seen one. So I hope that there is videos out there passing around, people sharing, going through Carriacou and stuff like that. You're supposed to have the radio, how you call that? The people on the road.
The
I
loudspeaker.
would have loudspeakers
Yeah, they have
going through.
loudspeakers. I know they have
Right,
loudspeakers.
right. Going through Carriacou and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that, telling people about the health, how to stay healthy. You see what I'm saying? And in this time, people just get sick after.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this just happen after hurricane.
True.
Now I want to give you another calculation. So let me go back up for a little bit. I like to sometimes go up.
Yeah, yeah,
So
go up.
let me go for a little bit. No, when you have a natural disaster like in Carriacou, where the hurricane has ring out the top of all the trees, people think that they just get sick in that environment simply because of just the water getting polluted or the mosquitoes carrying diseases and things like that. We are humans, and humans depend a lot on trees.
Oxygen, yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? To provide us certain types of oxygen, air, the air that we need.
Yeah.
Now, when you have trees, trees are also living
Hmm.
and they are also fighting for life.
Yeah.
So they're going to be drawing and pulling energy out of the atmosphere also, trying to stay alive. So both we and trees in this place that feels so desolate at the moment is fighting for life. You see? So there is midday times that people supposed to try to rest even if you are working, in the sun and stuff like that. Morning time is good. You see,
Yeah.
the evening time is also good to work hard. So even if you're working and you're doing stuff, you have to sometimes in middle of the day and things like that, take little rest.
One little
And
clarification, and sorry to cut you there. And if people got it wrong, thought they got it wrong, we were saying that the trees give off the oxygen, takes in the carbon dioxide from.
yes,
So that's the
yes,
process. Just want to
yes,
clarify that. Yeah.
yes.
Hmm.
So you have certain trees that would then give out oxygen in the night. There's a few of them,
Hmm.
right? Um, and then you have the trees taking in the carbon dioxide, giving off the oxygen and stuff like that. We live together in harmony.
Right.
You
Yeah.
see, the trees. So you have to understand in this time to even the trees, you know what I mean? And not just oxygen. Life is about energy. We are frequency beings. You see? So the frequency on the ground now will definitely be off. All of those things. It is easier for us to get sick.
Hmm.
You see? Then you have the mosquitoes. I was up there, I get a real bite.
Yeah.
My brethren that was working with me yesterday he went by the doctor quickly. They're telling me I almost catch a mild stroke and things like that. Who's on my team? We was working,
Hmm.
right? My head started splitting in like it's splitting in five. You see? So we on the ground going through the process. I didn't go in Carriacou and live in a hotel room. I go and camp out with a house that missing half of the roof. You
Hmm.
see, while we walking, we clothes getting wet. Oh, you see, go back in the house and we sleeping, camping out, sleeping on the floor, mattress on the floor, everything. So I go there and I take it in to see how it feel and to understand what might be needed besides just the food. We need advice. You understand? There is herbs, people that trying to find you could actually send up besides just medication and things like that. We need the ginger, we need the garlic, we need the turmeric. You understand? I reach out to the farmers and send loads of that. So even the teas that people are drinking right now, supposed to be drinking teas that can actually help keep them healthy, right? Besides that, George, solar lights is
Hmm.
needed in Carriacou. I ask people to donate some solar lights so
I'm
these
donating. I got a few of them. Set.
yeah, so so the people could start to feel life again. I know Grenlec is working hard to try to restore current maybe in the town area and things like that. But George, almost each and every wire is on the ground in Carrick.
Yeah.
So this will take a while. So on the exterior, we need to let these people feel a little bit of life again. So
Yeah.
I hope that things like material with the houses who may not have the insurance and things like that, we could do a quick survey to find out who might need the material and we could start rebuilding. George, for the first couple of days, I watched kayaks. I watched these people from Carriacou and Peter Matnick. Well, I'm not too sure about Peter Matnick. I was not on the ground specifically. I sent two people from my team there.
Right.
And I watched people from Carriacou pause. In Grenada, when we had some disasters before the wind could done blow, you hear man ponging the roof,
Hmm.
fixing back and stuff like that, and they get that cleaned up. Those people froze for a moment.
Hmm.
Froze, George. So we need to support them, you understand, morally. Some people don't have no clothes. So we do need clothing on the ground, right? And good clothes, not because hurricane pass don't send up no rip up thing and stain up thing for
True.
people.
True.
You understand? Get some good clothing, sanitary napkins and all of those things like that. Toothbrush, toothpaste, people need those things, hygiene stuff. And we definitely need solar lights on the ground, solar chargers. You know, solar chargers, solar lights on the ground for the people, and more messages about health and being healthy in this time, how to stay healthy in this time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Killer, deep, 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 deep. A lot of stuff to consider there. I know we have a quick stop for you, but I wanted to touch on something that came up quite after this, right? So after the hurricane, and everyone saw the effects that he had on Carriacou, people's spirit dampened a bit. So much so that we started to see call from different circles of people saying they should cancel the carnival. Why they having carnival for? Why all of that bacchanal thing? We should focus on recovery. What's your thoughts on that?
Repeat from me, Judge.
In terms of the after the hurricane, there were a lot of chatters in many quarters from people who are saying that, we can't go ahead with Spice Mass this year. We shouldn't go ahead with Spice Mass this year. Too much destruction. We should cancel Spice Mass. I know you probably heard those comments. What's your take on that? And for the people, I know Spice Mass put out a flyer say that Spice Mass is on,
Judge,
definitely on.
that doesn't make no sense. I think the people would make those statements. um, I don't know what the calculation is. Everybody brain works differently.
Uh-huh.
How does that make any sense to cancel Carnival? You have to remember, Carnival is one of the times or the time in the year with the greatest boost to our economy. We don't need money right now. We do. We need support. And a matter of fact, if the people in Spice Mass and Ministry of Culture and all of that, really think about this, they would use Carnival as a time to help rebuild Carriacou and Pitiman. Right? Each and every passenger before they reach to Grenada, I am sure every person that planned to come to Grenada for Carnival knows that Grenada get hit by a hurricane.
Yes.
You can automatically do a video right now and ask all of these people that will be traveling in to please, as they reach at the airport, please contribute something or make a donation for the rebuilding, you understand, of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. You see? How does it make sense to cancel Carnival? I know that it put us on pause for a little bit. As I tell you, I stop my shows. There's artists cancel their shows. I have to get back to work. I spend money that I supposed to be spending on my show. You understand what I'm saying? To do stuff for Carriacou and things like that. That's okay. We might get a little limp, but that doesn't mean we can't walk.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end,
Yeah. We lost Killa again. Here we back. Killa, go back out and come back in again. Do the switch again. Do the switch again. Yeah. Yeah, guys. And we could chew gum and walk at the same time. We could even chew gum and run, rub your belly at the same time. So my take on this, and when I saw, some people in certain circles saying, I'm like, yo, what exactly are you talking about? So when you cancel Carnival, what about monies that come into the country for Carnival? Where that will come from? Didn't think it was a wise idea to even, well, they didn't, of course, Spice Mass didn't take the advice because Spice Mass put out a flyer to remind everyone that Spice Mass is on. Yes, Spice Mass is on, and it's possibly going to be bigger than ever with everyone. We got Killa back with us on the live. Yeah, Killa, you were saying no sense of canceling Carnival. I agree.
why would you cancel Carnival in a time of need of support when Carnival is one of your greatest boosters to your economy? How? You see? Now, if Grenada get mashed up and, there is no hotels, there is no this, there is not that there, and things like that, and we're in the midst of chaos and have to help each other, and Carnival would be a distraction. I completely understand that. But in this case, we can use Carnival to rebuild. And a matter of fact, the people who are devastated in Carriacou might need a little break too. They're going to come down by their families for Carnival. And I think that you can actually have those people maybe registered for little bars and things like that. And you could give them opportunity to make money also in the Carnival.
Yes.
What about that?
A good idea.
What about setting up something inside of the carnival from now, where you can actually give opportunities to the people from Carriacou to come down and have a little bar. You understand what I'm saying? Through Carnival, let them do a registration, see who is interested in that type of thing. You know what I mean? And you help them set up, and they could come down and maybe make a little money through the Carnival. You understand? They wouldn't have jobs up there for a while and things like that. But when you have extra money coming in the country, you can provide more jobs.
Ah, yeah.
So you see, as I say, everybody have brain, but that doesn't mean every brain does work the same.
Mhm.
So please, I hope that the people that are there to make the decisions have the brains that work.
Yeah, well, they put out something. Spice Mass put out something. Is of course, they say Spice Mass is on like a boiled corn. It's going to be
Of
magnificent.
course,
It's going to be great.
of
It's going
course.
to be happening. It's August is the time. Spice Mass is on, guys. Mr. Killer, listen, always on that level, Jed. You're always on that level, knocking it out of the park. And you know we could sit here and have this chat forever. I know your time is limited, and we anytime we get with you, we take in.
George, I was supposed to go already. My time just stretched. I love my people. I love my place, and when time to do it, I do it. When time to be in, I'm in. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. This is not about no ego thing. Too much of time we function on ego, and a lot of us don't really have that passion and that love. For a place. Now is not the time to fool around and play with people who just like to make some foolish decision or foolish statement because they don't understand anything. And you have some of them too, you know what I mean? Because they feel all right, maybe they go to some university or whatever it is. I want to tell them the people who have the world in the most problems is who have certificates and degrees. You hear what I'm saying? And
Uh,
a lot of the times the people who actually wrote the book that they're going to study from never went to university. I want them to learn that. So when God have you understand, plugged into his information and into his source. I
yeah.
mean, I study now. We're doing some university things now. But
Yeah.
sometimes that's just for the paper. Common sense make before book.
Damn right.
And this is not common.
Yeah, but no, Killer. I listen. I think everyone like yourself, who I went to when that was in Saint John, and I see you do some work with a chainsaw there. I mean, you and your team, you're ready. You're ready for these type of things. It's like you've been training for this forever. And I know you are asset for to Carriacou, bringing your vehicles, bringing your expertise, bringing your chainsaw. That's what is needed. That's what was needed there. And I hope that more like you could be engaged and encouraged to assist NAGMA in the efforts to rebuilding and clearing roads and just being there for the people of Carriacou.
And George, the day before that, we sent up food. You
Nice.
understand? Truckload of food and things like that. And we did all of that too. But then not is just it's not just giving food. Because I hope that, companies, construction companies and things like that will take the opportunity, you
Uh-huh.
know, to take the opportunity. Because if I have a foundation or if I is in charge of any of this, I
Uh-huh.
would already put a call out to construction companies to donate, you understand, a couple days from their workers and stuff like that to go to Carriacou when we get materials and things like that to help rebuild. You
But
know what I mean?
before you
However, help.
before you rebuild, you have to clean up. There's a massive cleanup campaign that have to go on the way before you even start putting any infrastructure up.
Well, that is what I've been on the ground doing, trying to help clean up and clear roads and all of that. You
Right.
know what I mean? But I'm saying when we finish cleanup, we have to start rebuilding. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And even with cleaning up and things like that, the same way, companies, whatever it is, could say, all right, you know what? We send in 5 of our workers to Carriacou for 2 days. If they could find any way to stay, or they send up tents and stuff like that, and whatever it is, they work it out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? For
Yes.
2 days. And in that 2 days, they're going to help clean up whatever it is. Other companies doing that. If we have 15 companies doing that,
Mhm.
we have a massive help on the ground.
Well,
But
this
I
weekend.
also want to send
Mhm.
a message to some of the people in Carriacou and
Uh-huh.
PT Mark. As I say, I can't speak too much for PT Martinic itself because I could only say from certain reports, and people might pay attention to things different. Even if I send somebody there, they mightn't see it how I see it.
Right.
I want to send a message for the people in Carriacou who will get that. I want you to hold the faith. I understand that it is tough in these times. But remember, Grenada went through Ivan, Dominica, different places. You know what I mean? Get destroyed also before.
Mm-hmm.
See? And some of those people are now 10 times bigger and better and stronger,
Yes.
before the hurricane. So I want to give courage because I realize there are some people they don't even move. Sometimes I walk in and they just stand up and they say, "Yeah, killer boy, good one, boy," but they wouldn't even help me. Like they're not sure where to start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we have to get moving, people. So my advice, to the brothers out there in Carriacou, the sisters out there, let's start moving. Start at least, even if you can start cleaning up from around your house,
Yes.
and then you start moving into the community. Help how you can clean your community. It's a together effort. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And trust me, this time will also pass. You know, the Father has spoken for you that you still have life. And where there is a will, there is a way. When there is life, there is still opportunities.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Some of all you may be in a better position in the future. You may not see it now, but that doesn't mean that it is impossible. Because sometimes the Father does use the bad and the negative that we in to shape us into the better that we will be.
Yes.
And that is my words to my brothers and my sisters out there in Carriacou. My heart remains with you, you know, and I will do all that I can on the ground. When it's time to clean up, I will be there cleaning up. When it's time to rebuild, I will be there too. I know I'm trying to find as much solar lights um, possible to send to send back up to Carriacou.
Yeah, well, I ordered a few solar lights, and probably could reach out to people who wants to donate solar lights because I think that's important. And you spoke about the cleaning. I think it's important that we echo that, right? Because when you have stagnated water and you may have even dead animals that might be around, and you have the mosquitoes breeding and then dead animals, and it just spreading all over the place, you people get sick over time. That's the most devastating part. It's after the hurricane, after the storm, after the disaster, people get sick
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
things like
So
that.
so things like off and the citronellas and things like that you can actually spray on the skin. I think every family they should deliver some of that to all the families and stuff like that to help reduce, you know what I mean, the effects of the mosquitoes and stuff like that. You have things people don't, some people believe in the herb spirit, some people don't believe in it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? From Grenada, it's strife down here. Let us send up some if we have to package it out and stuff like that, the vervain and things like that that would help reduce, the effects of whether it's malaria, dengue fever, and all of those things like that. The ginger, the turmeric. You know what I mean? You wake up every morning. If you could do a one seed of garlic and make sure that you stay hydrated also. A lot of water in the system. And I hope that we can actually, now that people have some water, have food and stuff like that, we can actually find, better waters and stuff like that. Better spring waters to send to Carriacou for the people, because all of that water is also essential, not just to the life, but to your health.
Yeah, of course, the most essential. Killa, listen, it's important, and I want to put that out there so people around your immediate circle clear out anything that have like water. You don't want stagnated water, right? Turn that over. Just clean that out in your immediate circle. If you see this in any way that your pass, just turn it down. That is breeding mosquitoes. That is breeding mosquitoes. Yesterday, I heard it was raining heavy again, and people was like in a natural disaster all over again because they in their house, their roof off, and the rain coming straight down on them. You know what I mean? So really, we understand that the situation that everyone is going through, but you
I
see
I,
and
I, ex- I experienced that firsthand. You want me to send you the video?
oh, yes, yes, send it,
bed
put it up.
Bedwetting,
What?
everything. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Literally go and spend the time in it, George.
Yeah.
I don't, that's how my heart is built. Maybe everybody see things and feel things differently, but I went in it. I wanted to feel just a little bit of
Right.
what these people, feel, or what they are experiencing in the
Yes.
living conditions, and that will give me a better understanding of what is needed. You understand? Because I went up with some solar lights, give away a couple that I could, and things like that. But when the night come, and I drive in and I took out that light and I look at Carriacou, I say, oh my God. Because I dropped food for an older lady and she's living kind of under her house, under her wall house,
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. And imagine that she has no light in the night when the night come, Judge. You see what I'm saying? We sleeping in the house and a Santa P walking inside. You
Oh,
know what I mean? And I we're brushing not to kill it. And I say, boy, yes, boy, that is it. And I lie down on the floor on a mattress. You see what I'm saying? So things like that, you have to be in it sometimes to really feel it and understand it, what these people are going through at this moment, and they need rapid response.
yeah.
Because I know after the hype goes down, it's going to start sinking in that I
Yeah.
have lost everything that I have worked for
Yes.
many years. You
Yeah.
see? But if we work quick enough, where you could say, yes, boy, I lost everything, but okay, you know what? It's back up right now. Get them into that mood as quick as possible, because you never know. Some of these children that is in Carriacou may be our prime minister and our ministers in the near future. We have to think about our people in that way of value all the time.
Yeah.
And we will be different to them. We will treat them different and we'll treat one another different. You
Ab-
never know. Don't underestimate nobody, and you never know who would be who in the future. Do good and good will come back to you. And that is how we function here. Big up HMF Foundation for Life, helping mold the future.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, thank you, Killer. And as we say to the folks in Carriacou and Petit Martinique and St. Patrick, anywhere that's affected, we'll rise again. We'll get over this. There'll be a brighter day. Soon gonna be a brighter day. Killer, thank you, my brother. Always here, always giving us some good information that's up here, up there, up there. And we thank you for your time, my brother, and going even over time, giving us even more time than we expected. And we appreciate you, my brother. Stay safe, and I'll be in Grenada shortly. We're gonna make our way to Carriacou and brave the mosquitoes and the Santopi, everything up there at the same
Yeah,
time.
most definitely, most definitely. And I just want to say thanks to all the people who have donated, all the people who have put their hands on the ground, all of the people who has been helping. And George, there is still a list of, I think it's like close to 200 people that people abroad is trying to reach. I know that we have some reception again on the ground in Carriacou. So maybe that's a list that we can all share and see people if they can respond to that list and say, at least if I see Mr. George down the road, or if you see Miss Helen, what I mean, just families just want to know that their family or their relatives are still alive and they are there. So internationally, this is a list of people that is yet being searched for. I will try to share that list, so we can work together and get that information back to the families that those people are safe and they are well. Big up to all of the listeners this evening. I realize this evening we talk so much we ain't even take a call,
And
but
we'll take a call today. We will take a call next time, man. It's just about sharing information.
yeah,
And
we ain't take a call today. But big up to the listeners, love, light, and blessings. And yes, George. As I say, I could only say what I see, express what I feel. And I could only give what I have.
that's right. Thank you, Killer. We'll keep in touch, my brother.
Love, light, and blessings, brother.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Love you, Carriacou, Petit Martinique. One love.
Hello. We shall rise again. We shall rise again. We shall rise again. We shall rise again. Because we are strong people, believing people, loving people, praying people. I'm bad, you terrible. I'm bad, you terrible. What? I grab the phone to call like your mother.
Hey yo, this is what it is, really though. DJ Soca, taking real music and bringing it out of the world.
I hear them say, I want to destroy Grenada. What? Jamaican balling for mercy, holy. Jamaicans balling for mercy, holy, holy. for mercy, boy. And Cuba balling for mercy. But we shall rise again.
You call me to it's the level, high the level, raise the level, up it, up it.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
You call me to it's the level, high the level, raise the level, up it, up it.
Today. Located inside Rider Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant.
So we asked the question earlier, what's pissing you off? Right? What's pissing you off? We'll go through some of the things. Let me pull it up. A lot of you kind of pissed off today. A lot of pissed off people today, huh? Let me look at some of your comments. What's pissing you off? Oh, there it is. Where it is? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What's pissing? Oh, there it is. Okay. 66 response to what's pissing you off. Let's put it up on the screen. All right, what's pissing you off, guys? Where is it? Come on. My page. Oh, there it is. All right. What's pissing you off? So, Siva said, them ungrateful and bad mind people, they get worse after the hurricane. That's pissing off. Oh, let me put it up on the screen. There we go. There we go. So if you commented, guys, we might read your comments. So in case you write something and you don't want people to see, you better go and delete it quick. All right. Dexter says the Babylon system controlling the weather and how the masses are still asleep to the fact that this is happening. All right, my brother. He's pissed off at the Babylon system. Vicklin said, I no longer receive notification from Ride Along Live. She's pissed off. She don't longer receive any comments from Ride Along anymore. I'm unable to tune in to the live. Oh my God, that's stressful. That would piss anybody off. I'll get pissed off too. Damn it. If I can't watch my favorite show, I'll get pissed off too. But know that we do not control any notification. It's controlled by Facebook, and Facebook does do their own thing. But just know, remember, every day we hear from 6 a.m. So put a alarm on your phone or something. 6 p.m. Sorry, we're here. 6 p.m. Facebook, YouTube, and big up to the folks on YouTube. Big up to the folks on YouTube. YouTube, give me a super chat. YouTube, give me a super chat. Let me see the first will give me a super chat on YouTube. All right, Ronaldine Mitchell said, I want to go home, but I can't get more done where I'm at. She could get more done where I'm at, so I'm grateful. All right. All right, it's true. You got to make the decision, eh? the attitude of ungrateful, bad-minded people after the hurricane. Like, they get worse. That's sad. Anne-Marie said the people on the north side of the country, they need to help. They need help to not only the Sister Isle. Please don't get it wrong. They said the people on the northern side of the country needs help too, not only the Sister Isle. All right, sorry. Yeah, I agree. Everybody needs help. And listen, guys, we're not forgetting nobody. Nobody's forgetting anybody, guys. Nobody's forgetting anybody. The folks on the north side, we know you, we see you, we feel you, we understand you're going through it as well. All right, Nevelyn said doing laundry and having to pull the cart up 3 flights of stairs. Nevelyn, get an elevator in your building. Get an elevator. Problem solved. Olive Courage Morgan said, my son won't pay his part of the insurance on time. Hope he's reading this. I hope he heard this. Lord, why you ain't paying your part of the insurance? You want the insurance to lapse. Limbs, all the people that completed their degree at Teachers Ed, TAMCC, now qualified teachers, and are sitting at home over just 1 year, interview were attended, and still no employment opportunity. Damn it! Pissed off. Pissed off. Rose Simon says, no matter what you do, someone will be so offended at all the time, every time. Grace, you are pissed off of the heat. The heat. Can't take the heat. I understand. I had to keep my doors open and dog walking, all kind of thing. And not even my dogs. So I understand. I feel you. Loig Purcell. I need to be 1 up to win. Okay, need to be 1 up to win. Grenlek is pissing off Queen. Grenlek, you're pissing off some people. But let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something. You see Grenlek and Nawasa? I have some newfound respect for Nawasa and Grenlek. I'll tell you why. Listen, they're working hard. You can't deny the fact that Grenlek and Nawasa, they're working hard. And most of the time when people complaining about Nawasa in particular, and they say, oh, Nawasa, take my water. Listen, Nawasa don't take your water. There had to be some kind of damage that need to be repaired. Because Nawasa make money when they provide water. You know. Why would they just take your water for no reason like that? So know that if your water go, like in colloquial terms, if you don't have water, it's because there is a problem. And it's not the Nawasa just sitting there and say, you know what, let me inconvenience some people over there. No, it don't work so. So they just take your water because they want to take people water. These people work hard, Jed. I have some newfound respect to the folks at Nawasa. We need to give Nawasa the flowers. The people at Grenlek, all they get in the flowers as well. All you work hard, all you working hard. And we appreciate all you. Because half of the things that when they go out in the mountain range, sometimes in the night, none of us don't want to do that. We're in our bedrooms, we're sleeping. We're resting while they're out there trying to find pipe water main that bursts and all kind of stuff. 28 out of 28. I think there are 28 main dams in Grenada, and they had all of it up. Every one of them is up right now. So, and they were saying that some people that might be on elevation expect to get water by this and tomorrow or something like that. Nawasa working man. Nawasa, pick up all yourself. Nawasa and Grenlek, all you're doing good. All you're doing good. Even in Carriacou, pick up all yourself, Nawasa. Can't say nothing bad about all you. I go defend all you. I go defend Nawasa. Yulin said, there's some people that have no thanks and gratitude. No matter what you do for them, no thanks, no gratitude, they bad. Hey, Alana, your man. Well, why your man pissing you off? Why? Patricia, them Democrats in Washington. Julan Henry, the lunch. The lunch the side chick bought me. Lord of mercy. I will stop there. All you too pissed off. What's pissing you off every Tuesday, guys? So if you have something that's pissing you off, if you have something that's stuck in your craw, if you have something that's on your mind, put it on the page. You never know. We might be read live on the program as well. Guys, we are getting ready for Spice Mass. Grenada Carnival is going to be magnificent. And when you're coming for Spice Mass, think about the recovery process, all right? So come with a little extra something to spend a little money for the people in Carriacou and Petit Martinique and St. Patrick and in parts of, in Victoria. Come with a little extra something to help all the people and them over there. Okay? Yes? Thank you so much. Guys, if you need a t-shirt printing, right? If you need t-shirt printing, we do t-shirt printing inside the Esplanade Mall. And we ain't just do it and you come next week and pick it up, instantly. It's called Instaprint. So if you need t-shirt printing with your logo, with your full graphic, even if you just have something to say, but you just want to put it on your shirt, you want to put your whole status on your shirt, we could do that as well inside the Esplanade Mall. Walk into the Esplanade Mall at the Riders Excursion booth and just get your t-shirt. It's called Instaprint. Print, quick. T-shirt done in an hour or less sometimes. Guys, we are getting ready for Spice Mass, which means the Ride e-bike excursion is back and in full effect, guys. We want you to start booking because we are down to the wire, actually. We are down to the wire. We have just a few more spaces, and every single Sunday, starting August 1st, we have our excursion. So, book your e-bike excursion with Ride. Go into the Esplanade Mall and book. It's Ride, e-bike, excursions, and tours. It's real fun. Real fun. All right, so if you're going Grenada, you can take a ride. Also, we have rental. So if you're going to Carriacou to walk, and you want an easy way to get around, rent an e-bike. Take the e-bike to Carriacou. You don't have to put gas in it. It's electric. Yeah, man. So go into the Esplanade Mall and rent your e-bike. Guys, we also come up with something brand spanking new. Brand spanking new. It's our phase 2 of the ride. And I know some of you guys have this problem, right? And we are going to solve this problem. It is our brand new app, right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with Uber or Lyft here in the US. We have created our own ride share. So when you're on the island and you need to go to a party, you need to go to a fete, you need to go somewhere, you just press it on the app. Taxi come and pick you up, take you there, right? So this is going to be launched soon. It's really, really exciting, guys. We've been working on this for at least 8 months or so. So look out for the Ride Grenada, which is our rideshare app. It's going to be launching very, very soon. For those of you who travel into Grenada, you don't want to drive, you want to be driven, that's going to solve your problem. But not only taxi, of course, you could get your cargo vans if you go someplace and you need to get some cargo van to take your barrel. You could call that into the app as well. Even water taxi. It's a lot of stuff. We'll tell you more about it, guys, in the launch. We have a launch coming up. Tell you more about our Ride Grenada app. It's going to be really nice. Also, guys, if you're a taxi driver, and you want to be a part of the platform, you want to have access to the thousands of customers that will be coming down and that could connect you through the app, you have to log in. We'll tell you how you could do that. You have to onboard. It's a whole process. You have to provide all your credentials and you get access to the platform. But we'll tell you more about it, guys. Don't stress. We'll give you more information right here on Ride Along. Ride Grenada. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. Look out for it. Ride Grenada. Told you about it, right? Remember I told you about it. Also, guys, if you're looking for an amazing headphone like you never had before, you got to check out the Lenovo Bluetooth headphones, available right now inside the Esplanade Mall. Walk in there and pick it up. It's the headphone everyone been talking about, guys. Everybody been talking about this headphone. It's really amazing. Great sounding headphone. It's available right now. Head into the Esplanade Mall tomorrow and pick up one in Grenada. Or you could purchase online and pick up in Grenada. Either way, get one. The Lenovo Pro Bluetooth 5.4 headphone is available now. Listen, you know sometimes you're having a little backache, a little back pain, and listen, you want that to go away quick because you don't have time for that. What time for back pain? What time for that? No. This product right here, Nutmeg Pain Reliever Spray. This product right here that you've seen on the screen, click it, the link, and you will get more information on it. This is the best product on the market right now. Local product for pain. A lot of you have arthritis. A lot of all your back hurting all you sit down for too long. All you try to, do things, all you think all you're young. All you're going to want to go and wind down in a party. Yeah? And next thing you click. Like when somebody telling a story, you click, crack. Yeah, you hear that? Then you know your back giving out on you. So what you want? Nutmeg spray. Spray it on your back. And, in no time, I tried it. I used it. And let me tell you, this thing has some kind of magic inside of it. I don't know what they put in it. There's something inside of it that just, no time, thing just gone. Try it, guys. Try it. Nutmeg Pain Reliever Spray. Essentially Grenadian. It's just a nice product. Check it out. Yeah, it's real good, right? People love it. I love it too. I endorse it. Where's mine? Where's mine? What that dog do with me? See, me and the dog go fall out, I had my thing right here, Where's my thing? All right, you see? Me and them neighbors and them go fall out. I'll show you tomorrow. But this is the Lenovo headphone. I have one. I use it all the time. It's the best. The best. Jackie, if you take a... Jackie. Lord have mercy. Jackie, I can't even read your comment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jackie. I can't read your comment. I get blocked by Facebook just for saying the thing and you just type in there. Yeah, so get that spray, guys. Get that nutmeg spray. Spray it on your back. Yeah? If you want to be like you're bad and you're big and you're ballsy. Harriet, yeah. If you want to play like you're big and you want to go and lift up people like how Mr. Killa does do. Mr. Killa probably have one of that too. I want to go and lift up roly-poly. Well, you want nutmeg spray after you're done. Yeah? Tell wife, I could lift you up the stairs. And when you reach upstairs, you're panting like a dog. And your back hurting you. How you going to recover? Spray this on your back. Spray it on your back. I'm telling all you. They have some magic. They have some, what? I don't know what they put in this thing. I don't know what they put in this thing. I go into the gym. I walked into the gym. And I started to lift weights and things. Because, back in the days, I used to be a bodybuilder, right? So I go back into the thing and I doing things. And I look over there and I see a young lady. And she kind of eyeing me, and I looking at her. She looking at me. And I lift my weights and things like that. I say, tonight I go impress you. So I take up a 50-pound weight. I take up a 50-pound weight and I start to do my thing. I start to curl. And I get so big and bag and boozy, I put on my hands and I start to do this. I bend my back and I start to go, and all of that thing. Next thing I hear, crick, crack. Yeah, like I tell in a nursery rhyme. Yeah? Crick, crack. And I stay just so. My back give out on me, Dread. My back give out on me. I couldn't believe it. The lady watching me so still and I want to look cool because I don't want to look like I'm embarrassing myself. I look at her so and I make it look as if nothing was wrong with me. Pain, I'm telling you, pain. Never me again. I turn around with the weight so and I walk out, I drop it quick. And I went and I get my nutmeg spray and I spray it. A little while after, man, I up like, what do you mean? What pain? Pain what? Pain what? Where the pain? Pain gone. I sprayed this and I'm done. Telling you. Crick crack. Yeah, crick crack, man. Just so. I ain't embarrassing myself again. So everywhere I go, like even when I'm sitting in the studio here, I don't want to embarrass myself. So I usually have the spray there. And if I find like, my back start to hurt me, I sit down for an hour, 2 hours. And Mr. Killa, sometimes Mr. Killa, we have a long show. I thought this would be a 3-hour show. Because Mr. Killa, we could talk for the whole day. Me and him, right? I would have just sprayed, but the dog looked like he began with it. The dog wanted it more than me. Anyway, guys, That's all I have to say for tonight. Get the spray, get the spray. Seriously, go on the website and click the link and go on the website and purchase it. Or if you're in Grenada, go into the Esplanade Mall and pick it up. It's only 30 EC, right? Only 30 EC. Walk in there right now and get it. Tomorrow, I think I have a few more left, you know. I think so. Somebody came and they take a whole handful the other day. Who knows? I was telling you about the t-shirt printing. If you need t-shirt printing, guys, you got to check out in the Esplanade Mall. It's called Instaprint. They have all kind of design, or you could create your own design. We also sell blank t-shirts. Instaprint Grenada, blank t-shirt. Get your t-shirt printed at Instaprint. We have 2 locations, one in Grenada, one in New York. If you're in Grenada, you can call 473-422-1011. That's 473-422-1011. Or in New York, you can call 718-701-5720. Instaprint Grenada! I gone. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Good night.
Today. Located inside Rider Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant.
Pick yourself up with Ride Rent a e-bike today and take advantage of the smartest and coolest way to get around. Rental starting for only $30 per hour and less than $100 EC per day. Zip through traffic, save money, and look awesome doing it. Check us out at the Esplanade Mall today. Visit us online at ridersebike.com or give us a call at 473-422-1011. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. Ride Rent a e-bike.